Just a quick tutorial on how to add multiple things to one Schoology activity. I know that a lot of us right now are wanting to put a lot of content in Schoology, and because we're not sure how to put it all in one discussion, we're creating lots of little clicks for students, right? Clicks are anything that a student has to click on and open in order to engage. We know, research shows, that the more clicks we have, the more distracted we get, the more confused we get. So this is going to help us to streamline things for students and to help them think about all the resources they need and have that in one activity. So every activity in Schoology has the ability to add an image, videos, links, files in it. So you don't need to add those separately. So I'm going to show this here. You can do this in an assignment, a quiz, a discussion, a page. So I would actually encourage you not to use file, link, or extension tool because that's just another click for students. Add these things in whatever you want them to actually engage in. So I'm going to do a discussion, because I know a lot of us are using discussions right now. So you're going to title your discussion whatever you want it to be. Okay, so this one's going to be about bunnies, but just wrote something in. Every tool in Schoology has this same toolbar here. And what that allows you to do is it allows you to add a lot of content actually in the page. So this is a discussion, but in the place where students can see the directions for the discussion, you can add all these things here. So I probably want to start with some directions for students. Okay, so I'm going to make this all about bunnies, but I want students to look at all the resources and respond about everything they learned about bunnies. Okay. I have tools here for changing the font size. I can bold things. I can change the color, right? You have lots of tools that you can play with, okay? I know that y'all can play around and figure out this stuff. Okay, so here's where it gets fun and challenging. So a lot of you I know are wanting to add videos. So let's start with a video. So I found this video of it's funny baby bunny rabbit videos. So I want to put this video here, but I don't want to just have a link that students are clicking on because we know that clicks are bad. So what I want to do is I want to embed this in the page. So that means that students are just going to have that video in the page. So what I'm going to do first is when I'm actually in YouTube on the video, I'm going to click on this little share button here, and I'm going to click over to embed, and I see this embed code here. It looks super funny. Embed codes are really important. I'm going to click there. I'm going to right click and click copy, or I'm going to do Control C, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to come back to my Schoology discussion, and I'm going to click on this little insert content button. Okay, so when I click here, I'm going to click insert image or media. So I'm going to insert image or media. So what I need to do once I've done that is I need to click on from the web and then media. Notice here that it changes from, if I click on image, it just says link, but if I click on image media, right, I now have link or embed, okay? So it's important, if your video doesn't show up, you probably didn't do that step, okay? So I'm going to go paste in, Control V, paste in my embed code there, and then I'm going to click insert. So once I've inserted, it's just going to be a yellow box, but I promise it's going to show up here. I'll click create so you can see that it does show up. Okay, so once I've clicked create in my discussion, I have the video that students can actually play in the discussion. Okay, let's head back to edit and add a few more things. So if I space down, I want to add, let's say, a link to an article. So I'm going to come, I found this article on rabbits, habits, diet, and other facts. So I'm going to copy the link to this article, Control C or right click and copy. And then I'm going to come back to my Schoology discussion. And again, I can go to insert media and link, or I can just click on this link. Okay, so I'm going to insert my link here, and I'm going to say title this bunny article and click insert. So now my bunny article link is there. I'm going to make that bigger so students can really see that, okay, and know that it's a link, okay. Let's say now I want to add an image of bunnies. So I'm going to find a bunny image. Okay, and with images, I have to at least save them first. So I'm going to right click and save image as, and I'm just going to save it to my desktop. Download one is fine. I don't care what it's named. Then I'm going to come back here, and I'm going to come back to insert content. This is going to be your best friend, image or media. And now when I'm here, I'm going to click on attach file, and it was my download one, insert. Sorry, ignore my text. Insert, I attach the file. Did that work? Okay. So now I have a bunny image here. If your image is too large, you can just click on it, and if you hold the shift button down, you can change the size. You can also come here, and just a quick fun tool tip for you is when you want to change the size, if you just erase one of the dimensions box and change it, so say I want it to be larger, I want it to be 500. If I leave this blank, Schoology is going to populate it for me. So now my image is pretty big. So here's what I want you to see. When students go to this discussion now, actually I'm going to click save so you can see this. Oh, also, if you want to add a file, like say I have a file that I want students to access, I'm just going to add a random one, I can add that there. Okay, so now I'm going to click save. So now when I go to my discussion, I have a video, I have a link that students can click on, I have an image, right? I have my directions up here, right? You can do a better job titling these. I have the actual file here. So what's so nice for students is that it's all here and that they're not having to click on multiple things. This is going to really, really help them as they're at home to navigate through Schoology or navigate through an activity. Okay, get started.